Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this training tonight. I'm going to teach very simply how to hit six figures and beyond doing less well. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, business and life coach. I got started in my company over 17 years ago, simply making the decision to go to work as myself. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer and my systems and motherhood and to package what I knew how to do exceptionally well in my own business. And I had one problem. I didn't know how to do that. And maybe from where you sit right now, you know that you're smart, you know you're sharp, you know you create results for others, but you're not quite sure how to take that knowledge and how to package it into a product that can support others. Well, you're in the right place tonight. I'm going to teach how to hit six figures doing less well. Yeah, I did say doing less well. And I will tell you that what I'm going to share with you, I'm going to pull back the layers. I'm going to share with you what I've done in my business, what I've supported my clients in doing also. And I hope that as a result of you hearing this unique perspective, that it forever changes you, that you no longer can believe that the only way to generate significant income is by hustle and grind. Okay, we're gonna debunk all of that tonight. So I'm gonna just, for those of you who are just meeting me, hey Carla, it's nice to virtually meet you, and I'm so glad that you're here. I just want to introduce myself for those of you who don't know me well. I started my business 17 years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I went to a small business resource center to figure out how to get started running a business. And I was told that my idea, in essence, mom coaching, didn't make any sense and that no one would ever pay me to do what I've done today. I always share the story with you because maybe you're like me. You're this person, you think outside of the box, and you've gone to others, testing your ideas, sharing your ideas with the hope that they would say, I get it, I see it, you can do it. And you didn't get that. See, that was me. And I remember feeling in that moment heartbroken, but I kept looking for someone to help me. And I ended up bumping into an amazing coach. I went to a live event. I saw her doing what I wanted to do. And in that moment, I knew that I wanted to be a coach. And it changed my life. And as a result of growing an amazing business, working from the comfort of my home, servicing brilliant, amazing, sharp, smart women who believe in self-investment, who proactively seek the solutions that they desire, who are action takers and implementers and go-getters, but also go-givers. I've been able to witness for myself what is possible when you take the knowledge that you have and you couple that with amazing mentorship, because you know step by step what to do. And that's exactly what I did in my own business. And as a result of growing my business, an amazing thing happened is that I learned that a man is not a plan and that your job is not a plan. And I mean that respectfully. I've been married to my husband for over 25 years, but I find that so many women are codependent on their spouse for income. And their jobs for income. And as a result of that, they don't make a move. They don't reach for the things that they can accomplish because they are afraid of launching and trusting themselves. So if that's you, tonight is going to really support you in taking a stand for yourself. You know, as a result of growing this business, I've been able to take a stand for my family. My husband developed kidney disease over 10 years ago and went on dialysis, and that's a really scary thing. And I remember at that time being afraid, not knowing, you know, I didn't know what this meant for my family. My kids were 12, 9, and 6. And one of the things that I am tremendously grateful for, and it's the reason that come here and I share from my heart these lives with you, is that because I had built a business before I needed it, because I had already grown my company, I could stand in the gap for my family when they needed me most. And I know that so many women often say to me, I'm building this business for my family. I'm doing this for my children and all these things. But I want to tell you something, and I hope you guys hear my heart on this. When I decided to grow my company, I never built my business initially for my family. I built it for myself. I had to get myself free. I knew that whether I built a business or not, my kids were going to have an amazing education. The needs would be taken care of by my husband. But what I didn't know was that I could get myself free. What I came to learn was because I built this business to get myself free when my husband needed me most, when he went on dialysis and eventually getting a kidney transplant, I could stand in the gap. And I hope that you guys hear me on this, right? So a lot of times these excuses that you have, you're saying you're doing this for your kids, right? You're doing this for your spouse. Look at what you did over the last week, right? Did you do it for them, right? What did you do for them? What did you do? And if you find that you haven't done much in the last month, the last year, last 2 years, 5 years, okay, I'm calling you out, then maybe you have the wrong motivation. I'm just saying, okay? And so my husband's doing amazingly well. I love the fact that as a result of growing the business, it's given us options. We've been able to give our kids a world-class education. And I know a lot of the women that follow me, something you value, you want to give your kids everything. You want to give your relationships everything. You want to give your family everything. I got it. And I will tell you that you can take that knowledge you have, your background, your gift, your talent, your skills, and you can package that into a high ticket offer that can change your life. And then by your family will be benefactors because you've changed your own life first. Now, tonight, what I'm going to talk about is how to hit six figures doing less well. And this is a radical concept. And I want to be clear about this for anyone that might be listening and that maybe you're thinking get rich quick, because if you are, you need to leave right now. And I really mean it. Because nothing happens without work. Let's be clear. But one of the things that I've learned over the years of growing my business, I have 2 coaching calls with my clients on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And that's it. That's what my work is, right? Tuesdays and Wednesdays, approximately 6 hours a week servicing my clients. And I've built an amazing business that I run from the comfort of my home. And it was a dream of mine to build a business that would give me time freedom, meaning I wanted to be the mom that could show up at their kids' events. I wanted to be able to be present in the lives of the people that I love the most. I wanted to date my husband in the middle of the day. And I've been able to do that because it's the model that matters. And I know that maybe you've been taught in building your courses, your curriculum, your consulting, your speaking, your training, right? Your licensing. Maybe you've only been taught one way and you are profitable in your business, but you don't have any time. You're going to get a lot of benefit from what I'm going to share tonight. Or maybe you're just getting started and you want to build the business the right way the first time. This is totally going to be able to support you. You'll be able to stand on my shoulders and learn something different than what's taught out here. Or maybe you've been taught what everybody else has been taught, which is you've got to hustle, you've got to be twice as good, you've got to work twice as hard. And you've been doing that and you're burnt out. You're tired and it's not working. It's not sustainable. What I'm going to share with you tonight is going to pull back this layer for you that's really going to support you in thinking differently. And if there's one person that I touch tonight as a result of what I share, and they change their life, they change their business because of this, then this training is absolutely worth it. All right. So before I get started, I always like to say you have to be ready to receive. So if you're ready, I want you to write, I'm ready. And then I'm going to jump in and I'm going to teach very, very candidly how to hit six figures doing less well. Now, we'll tell you that if your feelings get hurt easily, this might not be the training for you. So you should check me out for a different training because I'm going to go all in. And I know that what I'm going to share, the intention is to elevate you. And sometimes when we hear things that elevate us, it shakes our shoulders a bit. So Carla is ready. Who else is ready to hear this powerful message? I do think you have to be ready. And if you're watching the replay, I want you also to write, I am ready. I'm ready. Okay. Because you need to be ready to hear a powerful message. All right. So how to hit six figures doing less well. Let's jump in. Number one. Okay. I wanted to do this because I think that there is a belief that in order for you to create significant success, Renee, I'm glad you're ready, that you have to work harder, right, Gregory? You've got to do more, you've got to hustle and grind, and that becomes the model. And unfortunately, for so many people, they never get to realize their dreams because that is the belief they have. That's what they thought they had to do, and they just don't like the model that they've created. So the first thing I want you to understand that you need to do when you're building an amazing business and you want to do less well is number one is stop chasing customers on tons of platforms like Facebook, like um, Clubhouse, which is new now, right? Like Periscope, like Instagram, or wherever else, right? And to and instead, I want you to focus on building a loyal audience that want the results that you create. So let me just back that up for a second. All right. And let's take our time with this. Right. I want you to stop chasing customers. So just stop this idea of chasing people. All right. I don't chase anyone. All my clients come to me. All right. And I want you to stop chasing them all the platforms. It's so funny because every time there's something new that comes out, people are like, I need to be first. I need to be the early adapter, and they start instantly with this herd mentality. I was talking about this with my clients the other day. And in the herd, they're just like, I need to be somewhere else. I need to be on LinkedIn doing this, posting or doing a live. I need to be on Instagram. I need to do a live. I need to do a Facebook live. I need to post, 2 times a day. And I want you to understand that I don't do any of those things. Okay. I go live on Facebook. It is my choice. I don't go live every day. Okay. And the reality is I usually go live maybe like 2 times a week. That's it. That's all I do. All right. I do limited posting on Facebook and I do send out emails occasionally, but that's it. That's all I do. All right. And all of my clients come to me and they come to me because I focus on building a loyal audience that want the results that I create. And the same is true for you. And a lot of times people get focused on the wrong things. I want you to think about it. So I know you've been taught to do these things. I know people have told you you need to be on all these platforms and you need to be present on all these platforms. You need to be the loudest on the platforms. You need to be the most seen on these platforms. And that is what's going to allow you to grow your business. And it's not true. That is what's going to keep you from having an amazing business. The truth of the matter is you need to get clear about the results and the transformation you create. And you want to build a loyal audience based on the results you create. See, the only reason people work with you is because you create results or transformation. And most people I see all on all of these platforms all over the place, they don't know the core results that they create. So they go and they're talking and they're teaching, and there's no strategic flow to why they're doing what they're doing. They're present. Yes, they are present. But if I wanted to work with them, I don't even know what it is that I could buy from them. I don't even know what the clear result is that they can create. So when I tell you this, I want you to understand this is an incredible, incredible secret, all right, that I'm sharing with you, all right, is don't focus on being on all of these platforms at all, because I don't do any of that. Focus on the results that you create, literally. And you want to build a loyal audience of individuals who want the results and transformation that you create, right? Think about it right now. If you've heard me before, if you're watching the replay, why do you come back? You come back because you get value from what you hear, and you are a loyal follower because the content delivers amazing value and it creates a change, a shift. It elevates you in some way. That's why people come back, and that's why people become part of your audience. And that's one of the secrets. If you want to hit 6 figures and beyond doing less well, don't go on all of these sites, okay, all over the place, and thinking that you have to do all of these things in order for you to create results. Because the truth of the matter, those of us who are the most successful, we do less well. I'm not on any of these platforms. I signed on Clubhouse. I haven't posted anything. I haven't done anything. Somebody invited me and I'm there. Okay. I'm on LinkedIn. I post randomly, a couple of times. And you know what? I don't stress about any of that. I just focus on delivering absolute value to my audience where I am. And that's what I suggest that you do. I hope you're getting value. Number 2. The second thing I want you to do is, now this is going to sound really radical. and this might even hurt somebody's feelings out there. I want you to stop thinking that writing books and blogging and podcasting is the answer, because maybe you're seeking fame, or you're seeking recognition, right? And instead, I want you to build relationships with your ideal audience. This is Listen, okay. I'm the author of many books. Okay, I've written 3 books, 16 or 17 ebooks. And I'm telling you that the key to hitting 6 figures and beyond, okay, is not writing a book or blogging or podcasting with the hope of being famous. Okay. No. Okay. Instead, I want you to focus on building a relationship with your ideal audience. So everything that I do, I focus on how can I create deeper connection with the people who follow me? How can I deepen the level of trust? How can I support them with the result? If I teach you something here that delivers amazing value, will you trust me more? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm talking about me, but think about you. Instead of thinking about doing all of these things and writing all of these books and doing all this podcasting and doing all of these blogs, which are taking time, money, and energy, and you've done these things and you know that they haven't created yield for you, why don't you focus on how can you develop a more intimate connection with the people who you want to work with, your ideal audience, right? It might be less is more. It might be a group of 4. It might be great for you. Maybe it's a group of 2. Maybe it's that you are talking to clients one-to-one to qualify them for what you do. So it's not about the size of the numbers. I think sometimes people think that, oh, if I do a blog, all these people are going to know me. If I write a book now, and now people are going to believe that I can do what I need to do. You already have that capacity. You already have it. So you don't need another thing to prove that you can create results. But what is important is that you've got to focus on building relationships with your ideal audience. And I think a lot of times people don't focus on the relationship building piece. Hope this is supporting you, Darlene. Okay. They don't focus on that part. They just focus on what they can sell. Okay. They just focus on the message that they have. But ultimately, people want to work with you because they connect with you, they get to know you, and because they get to know you, they get to see the kind of results that you can create, and they trust you more. Notice that important word, number 1 and 2 is trust, right? Is this making sense? Okay. Are you getting value? All right. If you're getting value, I want you to write, I'm getting value. And if you're watching this as a replay, chime in. Number 3, today I'm talking about how to hit 6 figures by doing less well. Notice that I've already talked about stop chasing customers on all of these platforms, right? Tons of platforms trying to be crazy visible everywhere. And I know people have told you to do this, right? Told you got to dominate. No, you don't have to do that. Okay. And the second thing, stop writing books, podcasting, blogging, doing all of these things that you believe you need to do in order for you to hit 6 figures and beyond in your business. You do not. If you build relationships with people, if I know the kind of results that you create and we have a connection, then I'm able to make a decision about working with you. But often we think that these tools are going to be the thing that's going to create everything, and it doesn't. This is like my favorite water bottle in the world. Hey there, darling. Okay. Hey, Robin, I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Number 3. Oh, number 3 is good. Stop charging hourly and instead build packages that fully support your clients' results. Okay. So stop charging hourly and instead build out packages that fully support your clients' results. And when I tell you, if you want to hit 6 figures and beyond in your business, I see it all the time. I support my clients in doing this. This is the answer. So many people are charging hourly for their services because they don't know how to value the transformation they bring. And they don't understand how to put together packages that fully value the gifts that they have and the results that they can bring to someone. So imagine if someone said to me, for example, Mia, I want to work with you. Like, I've looked at your testimonial page. I see the kind of results your clients create. I see the kind of results that they create in a relatively short period of time. And I want that. Okay. Can I pay you, I'm making this up, $150 for an hour just to talk to you? No. Okay. You can't. Why? Because what I teach my clients to do is sell things for high ticket. I show them how to, at a minimum, to package their knowledge and sell it for no less than $2,500 per transaction or more. And most of my clients, it's or more, 10,000, 15,000, 25,000 or more per client. So $150 for an hour of my time is a disservice based on the results and transformation that I create. All right. And I want you to hear me talking about me, but I want you to hear me talking about you. I hope you get this. All right. If you want to hit six figures doing less well, the first thing you got to get rid of is charging hourly. And you got to understand the secrets of how to build out packages that fully value the transformation that you provide for someone. And when I tell you that that is often the disconnect, the thing that changes everything for my client, it is. Okay. They come to me, they're selling something for $97 a client. I show them how to package their knowledge into a high ticket offering. As a result of that, they're able to monetize at a high level. They're able to deliver greater results for their clients. They need less clients. So many people never get this. They spend their forever marketing services, selling time. And I don't sell time, I sell results. If I could teach you something and got you a result in 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can sell something for 10 grand. I mean, I was just on a call with a client recently, it was 2 weeks ago, and she wanted to work with a Fortune 100 company. She wanted to get a deal with them, asked me a system to pitch to them. We went through that system. Maybe it took me 15 minutes. She just last week just closed that deal. Okay. Okay. Well, the reality is that it took me 15 minutes. All right. So you're not paying me for my time. People don't pay me for my time. They pay me for what my knowledge and how my knowledge can convert for them. And that's true for you. And I hope you guys are getting this. It's so, so powerful. I see the hearts. I appreciate them. All right. Number four, the fourth thing I want you to understand about how to hit six figures doing less well is, oh, this is a tough one. Okay. You need to stop selling low ticket courses because they promote the hustle and grind model. Okay. And instead only sell high ticket. You need to stop selling low ticket courses. Like, stop selling your intellect, your thought leadership, your out of the box ideas, right? Your brilliance for cheap. Okay. Stop doing that. All right. And the reason you're not hitting six figures is because someone's told you probably that you need to start right here. And then once you start right here, you're going to be able to go up this ascension ladder. You sell this thing for 150, and then you got a 250, and then you got a 350, or whatever it is, right? And you never gotten there. You've always stayed with this right in that low ticket, and you're killing yourself because you got clients in and clients out, clients in the door, clients out the door, right? Here's the issue. When you devalue your intellect, you never attract your ideal client, number one, okay? You never attract the people who can get results based on what you know how to do. When the price is wrong, so is the client. I can't get any more real than that, right? When the price is not the right price, you attract the wrong client. And that's what so many people are doing. They're attracting the wrong client and they can't figure out. The same is true is that once you build an audience of low ticket investors, you likely have people who are low ticket actors, right? Like, they don't take action because they're low ticket investors. Robin writes, she says, Mia, I agree with you. Relationships matter because our work is our reputation. In my view, my work is my credibility. Many of the events that I have been invited to speak at has come from my personal relationships with others and their awareness of my work. They trust me, therefore they reach out to me. Still, I am in the process of establishing an online presence to expand my reach, increase my visibility, and expand my speaker at a national level, right? You will do it. But the thing is, you can't do it by devaluing the gift and not focusing on building relationships at the highest level. I'm glad that you posted that, Robin. I appreciate it, right? You got to stop selling low ticket. All right. And here's the reason why most people continue to sell low ticket. Esteem. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of times we sell low ticket because we think it's a lot easier to sell something that's less than something that's more, right? We think that we'll sell a lot more of them, but it's not true because a lot of times that low level investor, right, is not the easiest person to work with. They're usually not highly actionable. Okay. They're usually not as teachable and coachable. Okay. They make an investment that they can walk away from. What if you decided to work with people who were high level investors in themselves? Okay. I will tell you it's a difference. My clients all invest in themselves at the highest level. And because of it, they're highly actionable. That's why when you see the results that we show you on the, on my event pages, those are real results that they can stand by, but they invest in that. They're not looking for something for nothing. And that's really important. Okay. Number 5, you got to stop selling and start qualifying. That's really good. You got to stop selling and you got to start qualifying. I got a frog. That's what you got to do. And what I mean by that is, right, that not everyone is meant to be your client. They're not. Everyone's not meant to be your client. And I think this is one of those things that people do not get. They market what they have, a service, a product, and it's for everyone. But it's not. And the moment that you get clear that what you're offering is for a specific individual and you target those individuals only, you will find that your close rates will increase. You'll hit 6 figures and beyond, and you'll do it in a lot easier way versus trying to sell what you have to everyone. And I will tell you, you can take that to the bank. I don't work with everyone. I work with highly actionable people who are implementers and action takers and go-getters who have the habits of mind to do the work. I mean, just because you want to change your life doesn't mean you will, right? You got to do work. So it's super important. Stop selling and start qualifying. And there's a process that I use to show my clients how to qualify their ideal clients, and it makes all the difference. So instead of you trying to work with everyone, you qualify your audience to make sure they're a fit. See, when you know that what you do delivers amazing results, that's the only conversation you want to have. And you really don't want to work with everyone. You want to work with people who you know you can get results for. Does that make sense? People who are willing to do the work, people who are your ideal demographic. But sometimes people just don't know how to identify that client avatar. They've been taught something wrong. They think that's really why so many people think that they can compete with someone directly. You know what I mean? Because they don't understand this. The thing is, my clients come to me because I'm me. I mean, they come to me because of the results I create, the way I live my life, right? And who I am. Your clients come to you for the exact same reason, because of who you are. And so stop selling and start qualifying. You don't have to twist anybody's arm. You don't have to scream really loud to have people say yes to you. Okay. You just need to be very clear about the results and the transformation that you provide. And number six, stop thinking something is, I don't know, sometimes I can't even understand my handwriting. Okay. Oh, I see what I wrote. Okay. You need to stop thinking that investing in yourself is one of those things that needs to be a luxury. It's just not. Okay. You got to stop that. Investing in yourself is a priority, and strategic investment in yourself is what thought leaders do. People who hit six figures and beyond have great mentors, coaches, consultants, and typically they make investments in those relationships. They're partners in those relationships. For those of you out here who've ever said, like, I've got a mentor and there's some mentoring relationship where you're not paying someone consistently in some way to support you or share their intellect with you, it is the reason why you have a lot of unanswered questions. I can only say for myself that I've always invested in a mentor. And for the last 17 years, I've had the same coach. A lot of you guys know this. And she was right for me. And I've always made an investment in myself in that way, coaches, mentors, trainers at the highest level. I've never wanted to hit six figures and beyond and thought I should teach myself how to do it. I never decided I wanted to be free and thought, I'm going to teach myself how to be free, and I'm not free. I knew that if I had a mentor that was free, she could teach me how to do that. I knew that if I had a mentor doing what I wanted to do, that she could show me how to do what she was doing. It doesn't make sense, right? And I think so many of us are trying to teach ourselves, we're trying to coach ourselves, and that's part of what's gotten in the way, that we are not the highest level investor in ourselves, so we get mismatched information, all right? And I want to tell you that, this year it's time to do things differently. Look at how you've invested, look at where it's gotten you, and now ask yourself, what do you need to do differently? It could be that you need to show up differently and actually do the work, right? If you've got great mentorship and you just have not been completing the work, then you're not going to get results. So show up differently. It could be that you've been mix matching the kind of mentorship and advice that you're getting. Over here, you learn about landing pages. Over here, you learn about funnels. Over here, you learn about, selling. Over here, you learn about packaging. Maybe it's time that you invest in a full solution. And I'm being honest with you and frank, because one of the reasons that people don't hit six figures is because they're all over the place. And how many things can you implement? And how many people can you listen to? I was thinking about that just today. I had a couple of things that I wanted to learn about, and I had a couple of options. And I was thinking, man, I only have like 2 hours in this moment. Who am I going to listen to? Right. And so I always try to choose the highest choice for myself based on what's going to grow me, most strategically in that moment. But I cannot listen to like a million teachers and run their plays. And I'm a master implementer. Like I really am, and I find most people can't do that. I wanted to talk today about how to hit six figures doing less well. And I knew that my approach to talking about it would be a little bit different than maybe what you've heard, right? And just to recap, I talked about stop chasing customers, right? And instead, focus on building a loyal audience. So stop running around getting on all these platforms and thinking that that's the answer to hitting six figures. That is the reason why you're not hitting six figures, okay? It is too many things that you're doing that aren't tied together. You don't have to be on a million platforms and make $1 million. You do not. All right. I mostly am on Facebook. I come on 2 times, maybe 3 times a week, maybe 3 times a week. And I don't feel any pressure to be anywhere if I can't do it. All right. And I want you to understand that that's not the secret. That's called the diversion. Number 2, stop writing books, blogging, and podcasting with the hope of seeking fame. Okay. Because just because you're fame doesn't mean you have a profitable business. And so your ego is not your amigo. It's just not. Instead, you need to focus on building a relationship with your ideal audience, building connection. Hey there, Arlene. Building a connection with your audience is everything. The third thing is stop charging hourly and instead build out packages that fully support your client's results. And that's really important. And this is something that most people never do, is they don't really think about what are the results that they can create and how might they package those and sell only those things. And that's why so many people get caught up in selling their time, because they don't know how to value the results that they bring to the table. It's what I teach my clients how to do step by step. Number 4, stop selling low ticket courses because they promote the hustle and grind model instead of time freedom. And I can tell you can build a business that will allow you to be free. And that I always say that give you ease and grace, right? It allows you to live with ease and grace. And that is the way that I like to run my company. And most people are not taught this because most people don't know anything about it, how to build their models based on leverage. But that is the way you can build a business, and a very profitable business. I mean, what good is it to make all the money in the world but have no time? Okay, come on. All right. What if you could have both? All right. And I always said that I've never had a mentor or teacher who didn't have freedom, because I wanted freedom and I wanted not just lip service. Okay. But I also wanted to see them, right, with that level of freedom, because of something I desired. And I knew if they were not free, they couldn't teach me. And so none of my mentors have ever been on all of the platforms and all of that kind of stuff all day long. We don't have to do it, okay? Because we understand the real secrets of how to grow a profitable business. All right. And number 5, stop selling and start qualifying. Stop selling to people, okay? So just qualify your audience. People, not everybody can work with you. And you have to understand that you get better clients that way. I have an amazing group of women that I work with. My client, and now my community is amazing. Arlene, they call themselves giants. And I only work with giants, because to change your life, you have to be giant about it. And no, we're not for everyone. We're for people who are ready to step into it, who are action takers, who are go-givers, who are go-getters, who are implementers, who proactively invest in themselves. They don't need a sale. They don't need to be convinced. They just choose to. And number 6, understand that you are your number one investment. I talk about this all the time. You are. So this idea of you saying, I want to grow an amazing business of 6 figures and beyond, and you are a low-level investor in yourself, needs to stop. And it's the reason why you haven't gotten the information, the advice that you've gotten has not been what you needed, because it was never designed to create the result for you to begin with. I mean, if you invest $97 in something, how do you expect to invest $97 and hit 6 figures from something? Like, really? I mean, are we joking? All right. So, make sure you invest at the level of your belief. And that's super important. That's the conversation that needs to be had. And I hope that this really supported you. Arlene, I love it. She wrote, oh, yes, you're our chief giant, right? Well, you guys are all the giants, right? And you guys all do the work. I appreciate you so much. I'll open the floor for questions. Robin writes, that's how I want to build my business, right? Absolutely. That's the only way. And that's good, because a business should give you freedom. I think a lot of times people don't understand how to build a business that creates freedom. I have a lot of friends who do exceptionally well in their businesses, but most of them don't have the freedom, the kind of freedom that I have. And I tell you that it is possible to have both. You can have profitability and you can have freedom if you know how to set your business up properly, selling your knowledge, packaging what you know as a high ticket offer, both on and offline, right, with a step-by-step system. I want to open the floor for any questions that you might have for me. And I wanted just to come on tonight because I missed you guys, and just share from my heart. This was on my heart. And I thought, you know what? This is how you hit 6 figures doing less well. And the reality is that most people think that in order for them to achieve significant success, they have to do more. I actually do less. I don't sell like a million programs. I sell 1 or 2 things. That's it. I'm not on a million sites all over the place feeling like I've got to do that. I don't have to do that, okay? Because I know how to build an audience, I know how to build relationships with my clients, and I know how to sell the results and transformation I create. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to have a mentor or coach that can support you with doing that. That's really important, okay? Arlene writes, freedom isn't free. You must invest in yourself. It sure isn't. And I think about that all the time, because I think, what if I didn't make an investment in myself at a high level? The truth of the matter is, where would I have learned this new model of building a business that's time rich, right? So are there any questions or comments? And what I really would like to know are, what are any ahas or takeaways that you might have for me? Any ahas or takeaways that you might have for me today as a result of being here. I'm going to post a link here to the conference that's coming up March 1st through 11th, 1st through 11th. And yeah, let me see. I have to click this button. March 1st through the 11th. And I'm super excited about it. It's called the Giant Experience Conference. And you guys are all familiar with the Giant Experience Conference. We had the conference, this is the 5th one that's coming up in March. And clients create amazing results and transformation. And you can take a peek at the testimonial page. We'll post a link here and see if those are the kind of results that you desire. And if so, we'd love to see you at the event. Are there any ahas, takeaways that you guys have before I sign off? I just want to make sure that I address those. Any ahas or takeaways or any questions? I'll take 2 or 3 questions that you might have about what I talked about tonight, because this was a heavy concept, like literally. And sometimes we don't think about it because we think to hit 6 figures, someone's going to tell us sell this amount of things or do this, but sometimes it's not just about that, right? Sometimes it's about understanding how to do things differently so you can create different results. Robin writes, when do you know that you're ready to walk away from your day job to pursue your business full time? How did you know for yourself? That's such a great question. I created for myself a transition plan. So that was really important to me. I created a transition plan. I said when my youngest was in school all day, I was going to really make this business rock. And I did exactly that. I'm not a big fan of when you get free, I want you to stay free. And I think a lot of people jump too quickly. So when you get free, you want to stay free. So, you want to have proof of concept that what you're doing with your premium product, that you can see that each and every time you make the offers, that you can guarantee the kind of income and results that you create, and that your business is scalable when you decide to move. And I think sometimes people move too quickly. They don't have the savings that they need, and they don't have the proof of concept. They don't have the business that they can trust. And that's really important. That was important to me. Like I said, when I get free, I want to stay free, because the worst thing ever for me would have been to get free and then have to go back to work, after being free. So that was really important to me. So that's my advice to you. And, and that's it. And so I've been free for 17 years, never went back. My husband the same, right? My husband and I have both been full-time entrepreneurs of children, have never seen mom or dad ever work a job. And I'm really proud of it, and, but, you want to build a business that's solid. Particularly if you're packaging what you want to make sure that your ability to create results for others is rock solid tight, and that you've dialed in your sales process, your lead process, your systems on the inside, that you've got a good team equally to be able to support you in getting the results that you desire for your clients, right? Because sometimes we think it's just like what we do, but you also have to have a reasonable infrastructure in your business. Doesn't mean 1 million people in your business, but you need to have the infrastructure to be able to duplicate your results. Very important, right? It's very important. So, but I have several clients who've gotten themselves free and stayed free. And I'm really excited about that. That means everything to me, is watching clients do that. And it's so life-changing watching them making that decision and stepping into that for themselves. So are there any other quick questions before I sign off? I want to thank you for being here tonight. And I appreciate you for being here. You could have been anywhere on this evening, but you decided to come here. And I hope that as a result of being here, this totally supports you. Yeah, Robin, it's true. And I think sometimes people don't think about that part, but it's very important to make sure you've got solid systems and you've got a nice team to support you in duplicating the results that you desire. So I'm a big proponent: when you get free, stay free. Not get free and wonder if you can stay free. Get free, stay free. All right. And that means you got solid systems in your business that can allow you to duplicate and create those results. You're welcome, Renee. Renee writes, thank you. I appreciate you. And Robin writes, That is true. Okay. So I want to thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you for being here. I love you guys. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great and amazing week. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.